In Microsoft Excel, you have the ability to create a drop-down menu. In this video, I'm going to show you how. Drop-down menus will allow you or other users to pick from a list that has already been created. So how do you go ahead and create that drop-down menu? Well, notice here I have column D and I want them to choose from a department. Well, first, before I create the list, I want to show you that the list has already been created. You will notice I'm going to go ahead and click on my department sheet, and right there is the list that I'm going to use to create my drop-down menu. So I'm going to go back to that table, select that cell where I want the drop-down menu to appear. From the Data tab, I'm going to go to the Data Tools group and look for the Data Validation button and go ahead and click on it. Notice my Data Validation box will open up, and the very first tab is Settings. From the Settings tab, under Allow, I'm going to select and click on the drop-down menu and select List. In the Source field, what I then want to do is click the up arrow, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to that list which is on another sheet. And I'm going to select only the departments that I want to appear on that list. So I'm going to select A2 down to A10. Now note, we do have a header row, but I did not select it because I don't want that to be a selection in the drop-down menu. I'm going to go ahead and hit my Enter key, and the Data Validation dialog box appears again. And I want to point out that if it's okay for people to leave that cell empty, you want to make sure that the Ignore Blank checkbox is checked. You will also note you want to make sure that the checkbox for In Cell dropdown is selected. Next, we're going to click on the Input Message tab. And here, if you would like, you can type a message that will pop up when the cell is clicked on. So for example, in my input message box here, I'm going to type, please select one of the departments from the menu. And my title will just be Departments. Next, I'll click on my Error Alert tab. And here, you can choose if you would like a pop-up message to appear if you or the other person makes an error. So, under the title, I'm going to select and type invalid entry. And the message that will appear will say, please select a city from the list. I'll go ahead and click OK. And notice now there is the input message that tells me please select one of the departments from the menu. And when I choose and click on that drop down arrow, there's the options all right there. And that is how you can create a drop down list in Microsoft Excel.